All right, guys, I hope this is going to work. Today, I want to tell you a little cautionary story about Jeffrey. Jeffrey is a 65-year-old man. He decided he's going to move to the Philippines. But when did he decide to move to the Philippines? Well, it was after a whole year of talking to one lady online, like the story of most men that come here to the Philippines. They found their true love online. At least they thought so. And this is a story not so much about the girl, but about Jeffrey. Jeffrey, the mistake he made. And I'm hoping that everybody learns from this and nobody else makes this mistake. This is the second time that I've heard about this happening, and it's just terrible. It's a terrible story. But anyway, Jeffrey met this girl online. He's been talking to her steadily for 2 years, madly in love with her. She's beautiful. She's nice. She doesn't bother him for nothing. She doesn't ask for money. She doesn't ask for gifts, nothing. She just lives her life. He lives his, and they talk every day with the hopes of one day meeting and being together. A little windy out here today, guys. I hope you can put up with it on the camera. So Jeffrey, he has decided he is going to move to the Philippines. He got his Social Security. He has his very small pension, and he's selling everything he owns to come here to the Philippines. And I mean everything. Now, Jeffrey has never traveled to the Philippines. He thinks he's a world traveler. He's been to Mexico. He's been down to South America and Costa Rica, but he has not been to Southeast Asia. Watches YouTube all the time. And like many men, they believe everything they hear on YouTube, which is a mistake, guys. This is an entertainment network. This is not the facts of life. But anyway, Jeffrey, he sold everything. He packed his bags and he moved to Cebu City. And the girl came up to Cebu to live with him. Now, she's from Mindanao. Like so many women, so many beautiful young women that come from Mindanao, this is a new experience for her also. She's never traveled that far north up to a big city like Cebu City, and they decided to set up shop there. He got himself a small condo, about a 25 square meter condo, close to IT Park, and the two of them lived very happy. They had a great first year together. That first year was nothing but love, fun, adventure. They traveled around the island of Cebu. They went to Bohol. They had a great time. They went to Boracay. They really enjoyed each other's company. And Jeffrey has found the life that he wants. He wants to live here in the Philippines. She's the perfect girl for him. She is not a financial stress on him. She is not an emotional burden. They get along well, and life is great. But something has developed. She has become homesick. She does not like the big city life. She misses her family. She misses her cousins, her uncles, her parents. And she wants to go back to visit or even live. She is really not a city girl at heart. She tried to do it for Jeffrey. And Jeffrey, taking a lot of trips and treating it like a vacation, made it fun for her and him. But now the year is up. It's time to settle down, find a permanent home here in the Philippines. Well, Jeffrey decided to let her have her way. He said, we'll leave Cebu City and we'll move to your hometown. And they moved down to Mindanao. Jeffrey really got along great with the family. You know, they had a great time together. They treated him well. He was good to them. Nobody's really bothering him. This is not a family preying on a foreigner. This is Jeffrey making a new home there. They have a house, but it's not a nice house. And Jeffrey decided to invest into the house. He built an added-on bedroom. It was like a master bedroom added onto the house. He had his own private bathroom. He had a hot shower. He didn't have to go out into the backyard to take a poop anymore. He built a septic for the house. Everything is going good. But here's what happened. With less than a year living with the family at this new house, making all the remodeling repairs, making it comfortable for him, he doesn't like it. He does not like living in the province. There's no good food to eat. There's no fast food. You know, he likes going out to a restaurant, you know, getting a pizza or doing something. What they have where he lives is all Filipino stuff. The pizza's not really pizza. The hamburgers are not hamburgers. You know, it's Angel Burger. It's a hot dog. that is red. You know, it's not the kind of hot dog we're used to having back home. And transportation, you know, when he was in Cebu, he could take a taxi or a Grab. Here, they have to walk a long distance from the house to get to the main road to find a jeepney to take them into the small town that they live close to go shopping there. And go grocery shopping was an all-day affair. To go to the wet market that he found very, very unpleasant. He did not like going to the wet market, but he didn't want to stay home. When it was time to go shopping, he wanted to go with, so he had something to do. His life was becoming very boring, and also the bugs were getting to him. You know, there's always bugs. You're walking, and, you know, there's flies everywhere. There's, you know, in the bakery shop, he was telling me he went into the bakery shop, and they have a glass case that they have the bread in and the pastries that they've cooked, and he said he could see lots and lots of flies inside the glass case. He couldn't take that. That was disgusting to him. And, you know, he's an American. He likes things to be normal and sanitary. And in the wet market, nothing's refrigerated. You're lucky if the fish have some ice cubes around it. The fish is sitting out. You know, he can't tell good from bad. It had a bad smell. And at night, he could just imagine how they cleaned that place. What they do, just hose it down with dirty water and all the crap went into the drain, and the rats around the wet market. It was disgusting, and he didn't like it. He did not like living in the province. So many negative things. You know, the dogs weren't that bad. The roosters were okay, but it was the bugs, the big lizards, occasional snake, you know, the uncertainty of what they're going to do tomorrow. And just to go somewhere was a long walk and then grab a jeepney and a long ride. Heaven forbid he had to go to a hospital or see a doctor. He just didn't like it. So Jeffrey told her, either we move back to Cebu City or I'm leaving. And she was adamant that she did not want to live in the city. Their life was not going to be happy in the city. So here you have a case, two people who like two different things. One's a province girl. And so many of you guys tell me you want to live in the province with a province girl. But do you really? And a lot of you guys want to live in the city, but you want to meet a province girl and take it to the city. A lot of these province girls don't want nothing to do with the big city. Even my Janet, she doesn't mind a trip up to Cebu, but she doesn't want to live there. So what happened in this relationship? It fell apart. Jeffrey ended up moving back home, broke and lonely. Not totally broke, but you know, to restart your life, when, you know, it's expensive to leave your home country and start a life here in the Philippines, all your startup money and the cost. Think of the startup money and the cost of returning back to the U.S. and you don't have nothing. You don't have a car. You don't have a place to stay. That holds a lot of us guys from going back home. It stops me from going back home, that I would have to go back and reestablish myself. So guys, the story here, the cautionary tale, wherever you're going to live with this girl, got to talk it out ahead of time. And if you think you're going to end up living in the province, that you're going to love the life of living in the province, I don't know. It's a rough life living in the deep province. I'm not talking about the province of Valencia, like where I am right here. I'm 10 minutes away from, you know, Robinson Mall. I can go down and get myself a McDonald's burger. I could go eat at a nice restaurant, but I'm still in the province. But you go into the deep province, where in a city, the only thing they have, maybe they have one 7-Eleven, if you're lucky. So I hope you guys all understand what I'm trying to say here. Make sure that's the life you want. Come here with your boots on the ground. Test it out for a while. Don't sell everything. I don't care if you sell your car, but just remember, if you do sell everything, save that money just in case you go back. Don't come here trying to rebuild everybody else's house, everybody else's dream, and you end up living a nightmare. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about Jeffrey? Right choice, wrong choice? At least he has one hell of a story to tell his kids. Until next time, thanks for watching Mike's Philippine Retirement.